So you guys know that movie The Happening with Mark Wahlberg where all the plants are making people kill themselves?
Talking to a plastic plant. Still doing it.
Well, that's kind of like this build in the way that your opponents are going to get one sniff of the pollen coming out of your asshole and they're going to fucking kill themselves. We're using the Sappy set.
Welcome to one of my ESO build videos. Like each, I'll be going over the gear, skills, CP, food I'm using, playstyle, and then showing some footage at the end.
You got a problem with that, nigga?
What's up, guys? So today I'm bringing you the Happening build. It's a Magicka Nightblade build that's basically just used for 1vx in Imperial City, small group play, and dueling. I would not do this 1vx open world because you're going to get wrecked by all the Zergs. This is not that kind of build. I'm going to be trying to make a new build, probably utilizing heavy armor for something like that. But for now, if you like to play in Imperial City, play in small groups in Imperial City, or you like to duel, this is a very good build for that. I play a lot of Imperial City, so that's why I came up with this. Now, the reason I call it the Happening build is because we're using this set, the Sap set. Now, I already know that some of you are going to say, oh, Cypher said that this is a crap set. It's a crap set for what he was trying to do, and I do agree with that. I respect Cypher as a player, but I don't think the set itself is actually that bad. Now, the 5-piece is actually very useful for the things that I've already said, like IC, 1vx and IC, small group play, or dueling. Now, it reduces the duration of your disabling effects, and it heals you while you're disabled as well. So, I'm running all impen on my Sap pieces. I'm running 5-piece on the body, all impen. It gives you spell damage, max health, max magicka. So the only thing it's really missing is Magicka recovery, which is okay. In some of the clips I'm going to show you later, you'll see when I'm actually CC'd, you'll see my health jumping up because of this set. So the problem is with light armor, you don't have a lot of ways to avoid being CC'd or anything like that. And this helps you out. This helps you survive, and it gives you, I mean, it still gives you damage, so that's not too bad. So the Saps set, you know, the Happening movie with the fucking plants that kill everybody, that's where I came up with the name. I don't give a fuck if it's stupid. Whatever. Anyway, next set we got Valkynscoria. This is very good for Nightblades just because you have so many dots and it procs so often because of that. A lot of the abilities that we have proc this. I think we have 4 abilities. I'll go into that afterwards. Then we're using 3 willpower, all spell damage glyphs, all arcane. And then you can use pretty much whatever Destro and Resto staff that you want to. These are the first pieces that you want to get gold. As you can see, I'm still working on getting the Resto staff gold. I'm saving up my wax to gold out the rest of this set as well. So, Destro, Resto, you can use whatever you want. I'm just using Julianos on both of them. I'm running Sharpened on the Destro with the weapon damage and spell damage glyph, and then I'm running Defending on the Resto rather, and the Absorb Magicka glyph. As you guys can tell, I'm a little bit sick, so just kind of bear with me here. Alright, so we've got a little bit low max Magicka just because I'm not sure, probably because of my CP or whatever. A little bit low. I believe it goes up. I'm not using, I don't have my food on, so let's see if that does it. Hold on. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so it jumps up to 34k, which is still a little bit low, but it's okay, don't worry about it. 13k Magicka recovery, 20k max health, and we've got 8k stamina. I would like the stamina to be a little bit higher, but that's okay. Once I gold out these sets, all these stats will go up. Spell damage at 2200, trust me, that's more than enough. 4600 for the spell critical, and your resistances aren't going to matter that much, but we are wearing a lot of impen. We want to get as close to the 2000 mark as possible, so put it in your CP. I'll show you all that later as well. So that's it for the gears. Let's go into the skills. Okay, so for the front bar, I'm using funnel health, mostly because I usually run in a small group, so healing my ally is pretty effective. Otherwise, you can use the other morph if you only run solo. I'm running siphoning attacks on my front bar just because I have a hard time keeping up with that buff, so I keep it on my front bar just so I'm able to look at it. You can switch it and put it on your back bar and put something else in this spot. You definitely need this though. Your Magicka and your Magicka recovery and your max Magicka are kind of low, so you definitely want to have this somewhere on your bars. Next, I'm using Dampen Magic. I might switch this to Harness Magic, but for right now, this is what I want just because it gives you a bigger shield. Merciless Resolve. This is basically your only burst, so you definitely want this for the damage buff and the burst potential as well. Crippling Grasp I'm running it on the front bar. You can run it on the back bar if you'd like. Very good dot over time. It does tons of damage. And then for the front bar ultimate, Soul Assault. This is probably one of the most underused ultimates ever. My buddy Duck told me, like, I saw him using it and I was like, damn, I gotta try that shit out. So no, that's not like original to my build or anything. I really like the skill and it does shit tons of damage. You're gonna see me melt people with this ability. I hope I don't see a lot of you guys fucking using it after this, but it'll probably happen. And then we've got on the back bar, we've got Double Take. Basically, you need this for any kind of 1vx situation. You need that dodge chance, and the extra movement speed getting around Imperial City is pretty useful. Then we've got Mass Hysteria, best CC in the game. There's not much I need to say about this. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's one of the most hated CCs. I fucking hate playing against it, but I use it myself, so. Then we got Healing Ward. That's our oh shit heal. You're going to want to use Dampen Magic most of the time, but anytime you get too low, throw on your Healing Ward. Don't rely on it for spamming though, because you're going to run out of Magicka real quick if you do. Now this is your flex spot. I was running Dark Cloak here, but I'm starting to see more and more that Cloak is not as useful as it once was, so I'm going to be leveling up Mist Form instead and trying that out, see how it works. You can use Dark Cloak if you want, and yes, it does need to be the Dark Cloak morph. You don't need the extra crit. It's not going to be useful. You're not going to cloak and then hit someone hard with a single ability unless it's your Assassin's Will. But otherwise, I think Mist Form is going to be a little bit better as far as you know, getting around obstacles and getting away from the fight. It also removes all the CC, so that's another good thing as well. Using this might actually negate the need for the His Sap set, but this costs a lot of Magicka as well, and I find His Sap being very useful when I'm low on Magicka, when I get CC'd, healing me up. Now I'm using Degeneration. There's no need for Structured Entropy. You're not going to want an uneven amount of health on one of your bars, so Degeneration is just better because you get that extra heal from your light and heavy attacks. Get the major sorcery, it gives you a dot, it gives you a heal over time. Overall, it's a very good ability. And then for my back bar ultimate, I'm using Soul Tether. I considered using Barrier or the Resto Staff ultimate, which I still might try, but the fact that Soul Tether heals you and stuns them is kind of invaluable to me, so I think it's really good for when you're in a tight situation to be able to AoE stun and heal all at the same time. You can switch this out for something else if you like. I still recommend you use Soul Assault on your front bar because it's basically your execute ability. The other one that you could use instead of Soul Assault, if you don't want to do the main story quest, you can use the Destro Staff ultimate as well. Now, some of these abilities are interchangeable. The only ones I would say that you could change out would be maybe Dampen Magic for something else, Mist Form, and Double Take. Everything else you want to keep. Now, I'm a Breton, which is the best in my opinion for Magicka Nightblade. You can run High Elf as well. Let's see, anything else I need to go over? I'm a vampire as well. Being a vampire for the recovery and the reduced damage when you're low health, that helps out a lot. and plus of course you get Mist Form. You can also use Bat Swarm on your back bar if you like. That's up to you completely. Now let's go ahead and go into what food I'm using. I only use 2 different types of food for this build depending on what I need. Most of the time I use Witch Mother's Potent Brew. It's very good. Gives you max Magicka, max health, and Magicka recovery, all the stats that you need for a Magicka based class. The other thing I use is Tri-Stat food. That's if I need the extra max stamina to be able to dodge roll or break CC, but usually because of his sap, I don't actually need to break CC that often. I can actually usually survive through it. So, alright, let's go on to the champion points. Now I'm running about half my champion points in the Magician. Again, I'm not max CP because of switching over. I say this every video because someone will be like, oh, you can't be doing good because you're low CC. Bullshit. Watch me 1vx some people in these fucking clips that I'm going to show you guys. So Magician, 40 in the Arcanist. You need a lot of Magicka recovery since you're lacking it in your gear. Summon the Tumbling as well for your because you're lacking stamina. Now you're gonna put a bunch into Elemental Expert. I've got a majority of mine in there. You could throw a few into Elfborn or Spell Erosion. It's up to you. And then I'm using the other part of my CP in the blue tree for Thermitage. I think that's kind of necessary for Nightblade if you're using any of the dots, because the dots do so much damage, so I definitely recommend putting some into Thermitage. Now I've got 20 into Resistant. I've got more into Hardy now because of how many stamina players there are right now. There's not a whole lot of Magicka players. But since you're a vampire, you do want to have some into Elemental Defender. And then I've got 15 into Quick Recovery, help my healing over time and my healing received. So that's it for that. I'm pretty sure that I have covered everything. I will be using Spell Power Potions. I haven't crafted any on my other character just yet. I'm going to be maxing Alchemy because it's pretty important for PvP. But for now I'm just using Magicka Pods. But I definitely recommend getting the Spell Power Potions that give you the extra Spell Power, the Spell Crit, and the Max Magicka and Recovery, or the Restore Magicka and Recovery. So that's it for this setup. Like I said, his sap I think is a little bit underrated. I don't think it's, you know, fantastic. This is just for like small group fights. It's not for open world Cyrodiil. It's for Imperial City, dueling, and running with a small group or just one other person. You'll see me and one of my buddies in the PvP clips taking on 5 or 6 different people by ourselves and coming out on top. You'll see me 1vxing, you'll see 1v1s, and it works pretty well for me. Now, as I said before, I don't know if this is going to be my permanent PvP setup for my Magblade, but I think I'm gonna try heavy armor and see how I can make that work instead, to have a little bit more survivability when 1vxing. Now, I generally play a Stam Nightblade as my main, but I'm really enjoying Magicka Nightblade, and I think I'm gonna actually end up maining Magicka Nightblade. Now that's not to say I'm not gonna come out with Stam Nightblade builds. I'm gonna be coming out with Sorcerer builds and Dragonite builds as well. I don't have a Templar maxed yet, but once I do, I'll be coming out with builds with that as well. Enjoy the PvP clips that are coming, guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter at Deceiver Gaming. Follow me on Twitch at Deceivers Gaming with an S because some bastard took my name on there. Alright, and that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.